Good. It's a good day. At least, hopefully, it will be a good day. So after the craziness of yesterday, I'm feeling much more relaxed and less stressed. Well, not really stressed, but less overwhelmed. Because yesterday I just had to do a bunch of crap, right? Mostly because I spent all day, morning, afternoon, and night gathering all of the evidence for my lawyer. So basically, I had to prove a bunch of things, which I had, and I just had to gather all of it. My social media proofs, my videos, my trailers, my artwork, addresses, dates on all of them, of course. I had to record some videos. I had to take like many dozens of screenshots, and all this other shit. But the good news is I had so much shit to deal with that that's actually a good sign, because that actually means that I have a lot of evidence. So, the EU wants to be an asshole. They're gonna have to be really big assholes, because they're basically gonna be like, yeah, we shouldn't have approved this trademark in the first place, and now this guy is from America is a really fucking asshole, angry. Ah, man. so so yeah, but my lawyer said he'll try to get back to me by Monday, but I'll probably check in with him on Tuesday. Because time is kind of running out. I mean, we still have plenty of time. We got like I have until September 2nd, so that's literally 3 weeks from now. But we'll easily get the opposition out well before then. So, it seems like my lawyer actually wants to throw everything at the case up front rather than the other guy that wanted to just do something called bare bones opposition, where you don't make any arguments. You just say, hey, we're going to oppose it and we'll substantiate later. Which is funny because his secretary actually finally did get back to me and send me an invoice, but it was like so late. So I was like, it's already too late. I already hired someone else. Because I thought, well, I haven't heard back in like a week, so you probably dropped me. And it's like, this is a time sensitive thing, this trademark shit. So, yeah. Funny enough, this new lawyer I hired is not only seems surprisingly better, but he's actually a lot cheaper and more affordable for me too. So this is great. So if this actually works out, or he does a reasonable job, even if we fail, depending on the situation, because I'm obviously going to appeal it, and I'll probably win the appeal, because this is more about money and willpower. Yeah, I'm going to have him file my trademarks in the EU, especially since he obviously knows exactly what's going on. So when he files a trademark, he'll know what to do and what not to do. And I was just thinking about my Battle Royale game, because that's about information too. It's like, what do you know and what does your enemy know? And then what do you both not know, if applicable? And it's those difference in information gaps that's, makes it a very interesting, makes it an interesting game. So anyway, I want to just get this video out there, or the stream out, and then yeah. So Greg just posted the video, so that's good. And then get back to coding, because I haven't done shit in coding for the past 2 days. I only did like 3 videos today. I want to try to get this 4th one and maybe a 5th one to try to make up for some lost ground. And then I actually have to spend an entire day working on getting Seditionist Tower Defense on the Apple iStore. Is it called the iStore or whatever? Apps, whatever. But basically the Apple Store. Because I've changed my mind. It's like, as much as I don't like having to go through all their crap, I finally found out why Apple is so strict. They're actually paranoid about privacy and security for some reason. Which is hilarious to me, but okay. But that's why they make me go through all these hoops. So I have to spend an entire day and visit my family. And then, you start using their Mac and iPhone shit. Yeah, it's a long story, but basically I need access to actual Apple devices so I can compile my stupid game and then record it and then send that recording to Apple. And then hopefully that'll be the end of it. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, we'll let your thing on. Because I actually checked my Unity monetization dashboard. Yeah, I don't do any marketing, and the search results are still blank, I think. No, not Apple. I want Google Play Store. Yeah, I got 2 new installs, so I'm like, this could actually work. And they actually watched the ad too, which is interesting. Let's see. Do I even show up for tower? I don't even care where I rank for tower defense. I just want to see if I'm actually in the category yet. Okay. Yeah. But I definitely recognize the power of. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Oh man. The thing is, my game is still flagged as new, so I think maybe that's why. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Alright. So anyway, things are looking pretty good, and, you know, I'm feeling better. Actually, I feel pretty decent. Mostly because I know I'm actually getting shit done. And then, yeah, once we fire off that opposition, that's at least going to be 2 months of rest. But it's kind of interesting, too, actually, the way that my lawyer is doing it. So it'll be interesting, because he actually even said I might have something called unregistered community design rights, which gives me 12 months of rights, essentially. So I'm still within my 12 months. In fact, I have until November 18th, 2021. So that's 3 months and 9 days from now. I'll easily be able to file trademarks before then, just to firmly secure my rights. So it's actually pretty nice. So it's like, even the other lawyer that said the Nord Law guys that took too long to get back to me, right? My first choice for lawyers, by the way, he never mentioned anything like that. So yeah. And yeah, my lawyer says that it seems like we can substantiate the position as well, is what he said. So yeah, my chances are good. I just have to find like the right lawyers. It's so weird. Some lawyers are like, you have zero chance, which makes me angry, and then others are like, well, it's shaky and weak, but we can delay and delay and delay, and then three others basically, well, two and a half, I should say. Well, three. Two of them said, yeah, you have a good chance. And then the other one from the UK said, if you have 5,000 euros to fight this all the way through, you'll win. Like, he was 100% adamant about that. He also said he was a judge in Great Britain, which is interesting because I thought judges had to be in the courthouse all the time. So I don't know. But it's an interesting experience. Okay, so still want to get back to work and kind of keep playing my games. I've been playing a lot of Mighty Party a lot too. It's a fun tactical game, a lot of progression. Guy did not trademark his name, and he's from Russia, and he's been in business for like 4 or 5 years. So I find that I'm actually jealous of these people that don't trademark anything and they don't have any problems. Yeah. I just hope that I'm gonna just be a multi-billionaire from just the entertainment stuff, and not even including the crypto stuff. All right, so markets are blarg. That's fine. Crude oil down a bit. Yeah, so I mean, basically today was a profit-taking day. So, and I know Bitcoin is also getting hit, but I mean, crypto is getting hit in general because profit-taking. And it had to happen sooner or later. So let me see. Actually, let me go on Greg's site and pop up the chart of Bitcoin. Let me see. What do I write? Bitcoin Tether, yeah, on Binance. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so this isn't bad at all. Yeah, look at this, right? Right when Bitcoin was basically at the bottom, 29.4 thousand, and all hope seemed lost, we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 straight days of Bitcoin gains, and then 4 days of pullback. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight days of Bitcoin gains, and crypto, of course. And then today is a pullback day. So today and tomorrow might be a pullback. We're going into the weekend, which is traditionally when things slow down, but maybe it'll actually go up during the weekend, because obviously the past few weekends, for the past like 5-6 weeks, I want to say, I mean, it seems like so long ago, basically everyone's just been buying it up, because right now everyone's just buying like crazy. So all right, I mean, okay, fine. So instead of up a lot and down a little bit, now we're up somewhat, and then so far hopefully it'll just be down a little bit. I wouldn't be shorting, that's for sure. Okay, so I just wanted this because I want to see how many straight days of crypto games we've had. All right. Well, that kind of sucks. So I was kind of hoping we'd just end the week or end the whatever on 50K before dropping, but $48,000 I think is good enough. So yeah, it's a little under. So it's like a little under 47 grand. Alright, I guess I'll take it. I mean, I don't have a choice. Alright, so let's take a look. Yeah, so profit taking is, I mean, things aren't even down that much. It's like, it's just that crypto has gone up so much that even a little bit of a hit like this, crypto is still worth a ton. Even Pancake Swap fell today, this morning, as low as like $18, and now it's back at 1943 already. Yeah, so this is totally just a profit taking, end of the week, it's the weekend coming kind of thing. Yeah, this is totally normal. This is just fine. Okay, so that's good. So that's crypto then. Alright, no problems. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about reading the news either. Alright, I like this picture. We'll go with this picture. Alright, let's see what Greg has to say, and then I need to go back to work. Because if I can get some coding done today and then tomorrow, and then my weekend, I'm definitely going to code, but I have to reserve one of those days for, you know, visiting my family and then, you know, compiling my stupid game. Well, it's not really stupid, but gotta compile my game for the iOS store, and then hope that'll be the last time I have to deal with this shit. Ah. JP Morgan and Citigroup are both warring oh, great. So it looks like JP Morgan is trying to manipulate the markets. What the hell? Former Judge Tracy Hunter dragged out a court order to serve 6 months in jail. What? That must be weird. Okay, I have to click this.
Against Ms. Hunter on count.
There's nothing about.
I count indictment. I doubt that. Control. Control. That's not any laws. Credit one day. Mr. or Ms. Deputy can take her away.
Expressions like, so this is what it feels like that I did to other people all these years. 6 months in jail. So why is she going to jail? Now I'm really curious. July 24th, 2019. Okay, is indicted on multiple felony charges. Among the accusations, she backdated documents to prevent prosecutors from appealing her decisions against them, and improperly used her position as judge to give confidential documents to her brother, a juvenile court employee who was in the process of getting fired. Ah, so she was an actual corrupt judge. The jury convicts Hunter of a single count relating to confidential documents given to her brother. Jurors aren't able to agree on the verdicts of the other 8 counts. Okay. Because of the backdating. Yeah, so basically fraud. Yeah, fraud is very difficult to prove. In fact, I was reading a lot about it with the trademark shit because I don't actually expect it anymore, but at first I thought those assholes from Europe, the guys who are infringing my trademarks, were going to try to cancel or oppose my trademarks here in America and try to basically allege fraud, because that's what he tried telling us during the cease and desist period, which obviously did absolutely nothing for me, except waste $1,000, which, by the way, is going into evidence when I file this with the EU opposition, because they're gonna be like, okay, so it looks like this guy in America has actually spent not only a lot of money, but it also tried to resolve it, and then now he's just getting angrier. Okay, because that actually matters. That actually matters. Okay, Black Lives Matter. What does that mean? A sentence can be imposed. It says trying against Hunter undermines her claim that the verdict was a result of fine pretty. What? Oh, this is old. Black must make the final decision. So apparently she was able to delay her 6-month jail sentence, and then they finally hauled her ass to jail. I think that's what this is. Oh, and this is totally tribalism too. Yeah, I mean it's all about race. It's not about who's doing right or wrong, which is why conservatives are probably going to expire. What a shame. Now, why the Senate really voted against Bitcoin? No, I don't think so. It's just one stupid asshole, because the compromise was going to go through, and then Richard Shelby screwed everything up. Alright, let's see what Greg has to say.
Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. It is Thursday, August 12th, and this is my post-market wrap-up. How about this? Another set of record highs for this market. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500. That makes like 3 days in a row. Again, what's keeping it going? The bad economic news. It just does not stop. We got even more after this morning's report, where we found out, another 375,000 people applying for first-time unemployment benefits. Inflation is skyrocketing. It's absolutely out of control. But again, I know most of you understand this, but let me say it again. There's no connection whatsoever between what the stock market is doing and what the economy is doing. They can shut down the economy. They did completely, and the stock market still went higher. No correlation anymore. Doesn't matter when you have a central bank literally buying it all. And despite the freak show, the creatures from the Fed coming out lately talking about tapering sooner than later, the market is laughing it off. It's laughing it off. And it's astonishing to me. So on top of yet another all-time record high for this market here, let's talk about a few other things. 10-year yield stable. Crude oil slightly lower today. The dollar flat to slightly higher. Silver caught a bid. Gold finished about flat. Cryptocurrencies under a little pressure. Okay, whatever. So that's the setup, but really,
but 7 straight days of gains. So it's going to have to come back a bit.
What we really should be focusing on, I think more so than ever, is getting ourselves in the right spots. Now, I want to talk more about that. So we understand that Citigroup, yet again, is warning about this stock market. Now, let's think back just a little bit, you and me. The last warning that we got from Citigroup about the market about to, fall or whatever, since that time we've hit record high, record high, record high, and record high. So I don't know what to make of this whole thing. Like I said earlier, I don't know what they're looking at. I don't understand. Look, I look at all the same things that these big banks do when I'm moving around my own money, when I'm talking about the market to you. I don't understand it. So with this new warning, I don't know, but we did get another bank today warning about the market, and that is J.P. Morgan.
Worse.
Look, people, I really don't know what these banks are looking at. They know as well as you do, as well as I do. There's no correlation between the stock market and the economy. I mean, I've done this for you a million times. I said stock market would keep going up as the economy craters. You've seen me do that. Well, that mechanism is going to stay in place. Nothing matters anymore.
That's so permanently damaging to our society, too.
Stupid. Forward guidance don't matter. P ratios, forget about it.
By the way, I thought about this. If this really is how the stock markets actually work now, what I actually could do eventually is create a financial, I want to create like a cryptocurrency financial services company, and I'll just simply report that I'm just doing DeFi farming, right? Go public. And then now I basically have direct access to the Federal Reserve via the stock market. Because all I have to do is have the Federal Reserve jack up stock market prices. My share price goes up, and then I issue more shares of stock. It's a Ponzi scheme, but 100% legal. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, go talk to the Fed. It's actually pretty nice. Like, so if I actually become a multimillionaire after this bull run's over, right? Hopefully tens of millions of dollars, depending on how high Bitcoin goes up and then the subsequent crash. Yeah, I could totally do it. I would gladly set aside like $1 million, right, for my own personal fortune at that point, and then just go make a public company. And then my company would be so easy to do. I would just simply just DeFi farm all day. It's like there's not much for me to freaking do. And then it's like, hey, you want to get into crypto? Just buy my stock. It's gonna be great. Like, I'm actually serious about that because the other reason why I need a publicly traded company is because when I hire employees from Dragonfire Studios for my video game company and eventually my entertainment company, right? I need a way to compensate my employees beyond just sending them cash. Oh, so I could give them stock, but stock of what? All right. I never want to take my video game public because then the shareholders compromise the creative integrity of the company. So, what do I do? Oh, okay. I can give them shares in my crypto company. I don't care if, I get kicked out as CEO of, my financial services company. It's like any monkey could do it, right? With a basic internet connection. And on top of that, I'd be smart enough to license my Dragonflare brand to the financial services company, so I will take it back if I ever get kicked out as CEO. So I'm protected. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice.
And anybody who...
And the other thing is, if I'm already a publicly traded company, I could actually ask Greg Manarino to head up the stock market trading thing, because he said he always wanted to create a fund. He can basically have a kind of fund, a back door through my company. And then Greg will just simply manage that part of the company. So we'll just be making endless amounts of money for everyone. It's really nice.
Understands the keys to this market, which are 10-year yield, dollar, crude oil, and the Fed's balance sheet. If you're watching these things and realize that this is where the stock market is deriving value from, so that's where you got to look.
What?
It does anybody.
All right. Before we continue, I actually have to turn on the AC. I don't know why. It is so stuffy in here all the time. And on top of that, these mosquito bites from yesterday are starting to flare out of control a bit. How aggravating. Oh, I gotta close the door. Okay. Well, I should feel better in about 10 minutes. 5-10.
Who understands the keys to this market, which are 10-year yield, dollar, crude oil, and the Fed's balance sheet. If you're watching these things and realize that this is where the stock market is deriving value from, so that's where you got to look. It doesn't make it that hard to understand what we need to be doing from every angle. From every angle. I'm not a one-trick pony. I hope you're not a one-trick pony either. You got to be diversified if possible. If you can't, you know what I'm going to say. If you can only invest in one thing, in my opinion, that's physical silver. Betting against the dead hyper bubble.
I would tell people going into crypto.
Do it. But anyway, so with these warnings from Citigroup, these warnings, this new warning now from JP Morgan, what do they expect people to do? What are they telling their clients to do? Sell whatever positions they have? Are they telling their clients to short the market? You have to really wonder about this, and you know my take on it. This market does need a real correction, which we have not had in a very long time. Doesn't happen anymore. If these banks here are talking about a normal correction, well, they shouldn't be warning about anything, because pullbacks are bullish. Bullish, people. For you assets rise. They pull back. They establish a new floor. Up. We all understand, all of us that follow this blog, that there is going to be a moment of reckoning, and it's going to be nothing short of biblical. But again, how do you gauge when that's going to happen, when that moment is going to occur? Not by watching the stock market, but by understanding the dynamics that are driving it and where the stock market is deriving value from. And the biggest thing is the debt market hyper bubble. You understand? I think you do. Anyway, let us move forward here. So producer prices are soaring. And let me ask you, where do you think, or who do you think is going to be paying for all that? You are. I am. Those prices get passed right on. And I mean, duh. We keep hearing about this issue with inflation. Okay, I still want to know when, and maybe you can tell me right here in the comment section, when do you think, I'm going to say it again, one of our members of Congress, the ones that care about us so much, they're going to call the Fed chair before a committee and have it explain why they continue to run their inflation creation machine. If we're really booming, this economy is booming, right? That's what they're saying. So tell me again, please, because I really need to know. Why is the Fed maintaining emergency monetary policy in the middle of an economic boom? Because we're not in a boom. We're in a crash. We're cratering. And they're eliminating the middle class by design. They're actually eradicating a whole class of people. And they're trying to push their agenda on us people yet again with all this nonsense. I'm not even going to say it because they're not going to let you see this video. So we also found this out today, people, and this is no surprise to you at all. So home prices continue to skyrocket at their fastest pace ever on record. With that happening, home affordability is at an all-time record low. Does this all to you, seriously, sound like an economy that's in really, really good shape here? We're booming. We're doing great here. Doesn't sound like that to me. The mechanism to continue to rob people blind is in full force. That is these suppressed rates, which deliberately push cash into risk assets, stocks. Henceforth, why? Record high. It doesn't matter, like I'm telling you. The economy, well, they can shut it down, and they did. And the stock market still hit record high, record high, record high. What's responsible for that? It's the mechanism behind it. Artificially suppressed rates create a deliberate environment of risk. Boom. Up goes the stock market. Nothing else matters. And you got the Federal Reserve here, talking about home prices. I want you to consider this, okay?
What?
The Federal Reserve right now, because they're buying a minimum of $40 billion a month in mortgage-backed securities, this is artificial demand. You understand? Suppressed rates, inflating bubbles, distortions. You know all this. Look, it's pretty obvious to me, and it should be to you, that we have no representation in this country anymore. This is not the United States of America. This is the hub of the new world order.
About to get worse.
And you can imagine that what you're seeing around you is going to get monumentally worse. But again, there's opportunity here, people. This opportunity, despite the fact, the games that they play with precious metals, the games that they even play with cryptos as well, the distortions in this market being created by artificially suppressed rates now since 2008. A Federal Reserve determined to fulfill their end game to be the lender and buyer of last resort. It's all in our face. It's all right in our freaking face. Anyway, it's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, so that's the story. New record high for the market despite an economy in absolute free fall with no end in sight. Our debt to GDP ratio is at nightmare proportions right now. And that proves to you that our economy is contracting. If you look at the debt to GDP ratio, we're not growing at all. Zero. We are contracting. But you're not allowed to know that. All right, people, look, I'm out of here. Very important video as usual. Lot of stuff here we need to understand, to absorb, take in, and realize what we need to do about it. This blog is about putting this information together and acting on it. Okay? Love you a lot. I mean that. Please share this. I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Sounds good. So it didn't really say anything about... Oh, I forgot to take the screenshot of this. Oh, man, I really need to get the... Damn. Alright, well, I guess I'll just have to cover it. So he didn't really say anything different about crypto. I mean, I have not even had a chance to listen to George at all. But I mean, I already know crypto's doing pretty well, and I don't really see anything like bad. That's not right. I'm not gonna move this over. So I don't really see anything bad on the horizon that I'm seeing. So again, it looks like a perfectly normal. Let's see, desktop. It looks like a perfectly normal pullback. And again, 7 straight days of gains. So that probably means we'll be down for at least 2 days in crypto and Bitcoin. But maybe it might be a little extended because we're going right into the weekend. But again, the weekends recently have been very strong as well. So we'll have to just see. How the fuck do you lose this? Alright, anyway, I'm going to get back to gaming and coding. So I will see you all tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just going to be so busy. So yeah, but in the meantime, I don't see any issues. So works for me. Alright, see you all tomorrow.